Jason Kelce or Travis Kelce?
Mama Kelce. I understand she makes great chocolate chip cookies.
Deviously plotting to rig the season so the Chiefs would make the Super Bowl, or the Chiefs just being a good football team?
You get in trouble if I told you.
Trump or Biden?
Are you kidding? Biden.
What does it say about his edits? That you couldn't get 3 seconds forward, and those are the best he could do?
Does this remind you of Gavin Newsom? Like, you're not allowed to go to a restaurant, but I'm going to go to the most expensive one.
It's crazy.
And you're not allowed to be on TikTok if you have a government phone, but I'm going to go on TikTok.
There's an obvious reason. All the kids are on TikTok, and he needs them to vote for him because he's hemorrhaging young viewers and voters.
And the other thing he's got is this job running the country and being responsible. Now, everybody that follows him might have their back door open to China, being able to profile them, be able to target them, and be able to get their data. You can't have a FBI director tell us the dangers of TikTok. You can't go ahead and ban it on federal devices and then launch an account and hope people follow you. How could that be good leadership?
I don't know, but I agree with Steve. I think it's because he wants to get those younger votes.
Well, I know why. He should just join Truth Social.
Right.
This way he can get the followers.
There you go.
And at the same time, the Chinese are not on Truth Social.
We should have a contest. He should go on Truth Social. We'll see how many people follow him on Truth Social. On X, he has 38 million.
That's where you go. But Elon Musk is there, and he doesn't like Elon Musk anymore.
Speaking of Business Alert, major credit companies are reportedly moving forward with a plan to track gun store purchases out in California.
Madison Allworth is all over this story. Madison.
Good morning, Brian. So a new report from CBS is revealing that major credit card companies are moving ahead with a merchant code that tracks gun store purchases in California. That list reportedly includes American Express, Visa, and MasterCard. They would be able to track sales based on the codes that are assigned to each retailer. Now, gun control advocates say the code can help prevent gun-related crime by detecting questionable purchases, just like when banks and credit unions notify law enforcement over ID theft or terrorism funding. Major credit card companies initially agreeing to establish a unique code for firearm sellers, but they halted that work after Second Amendment advocates pushed back. At least 7 Republican-controlled state legislatures have banned the coding. Several others are considering similar moves. But California wants firearm dealers to adopt the code by May 2025. A MasterCard executive says, quote, the applicable standalone merchants in California primarily engaged in the sale of firearms will be required to utilize the code. Now, the idea was originally approved in the Golden State back in 2022 as part of a push by activists to reduce gun crime. Back to you guys.
Indeed. All right, Madison, thank you very much. Meanwhile, it was about a year and a half ago, Joe Biden signed legislation that barred most federal government-owned devices from having TikTok on the devices.
Why would that be, Steve?
Well, because the worry that the Chinese, because it's the company is called ByteDance, controlled by the Chinese, they could actually have a lot of American data. So the last thing they want...
That's a very responsible thing to do, by the way.
Right.
Okay, so thank you, Joe Biden, for doing that. But here's the problem. Okay, so they banned it on government devices, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, because he wasn't going to show up at the Super Bowl and be interviewed, he decided to go ahead, you know what? Let's open a TikTok account.